Will from Apple One-to-One today, and we're going to go over some features inside Finder, specifically focusing on folders and some of the things that you could do with folders inside of Finder to make your experience a little bit better. Definitely keep subscribing to our content. We really do appreciate you guys coming to our channel and checking out all the hints and tricks that we've been doing. Great feedback from our last one, which is pivot tables, if you haven't taken a look at that. So one of the things we're going to go over today is hidden features that maybe you don't do very often with them. And one of the features that I just recently found out that annoys me, but I finally have an answer for it. So I'm going to go inside of my documents folder here. And one of the things that always annoyed me was this right here. You notice that the folder has no size options here, which I really hated. So I really always wanted to know what those are. And I don't know why Apple doesn't just have that on by default. Well, there actually is a way to do that. So if you go to View, there's an option here called Show View Options inside of the menu bar, or Command J. And one of the things I can do is I can calculate all sizes. And what it's going to start doing is that now everything is in order based on the size. If I go here, now you can see the size of the entire folder. And that's it. So now I have every single thing here with the size on the folder. This is going to save me so much time to figure things out, which I absolutely love. So you can see all my sizes here, as well as some of the other items that are important to me, which is including these cloud icons. These are all about iCloud. If you have an iCloud account and you have storage, on the bottom you can actually see here what's available on my iCloud, and it's actually uploading some items right now. But what I want to do is some folders automatically just keep disappearing, and that's kind of annoying. So one of the things we're going to do now is I'm going to force it to download items. So I'm going to go to my folder here, which is one of my more important folders, and I always need to have that available to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click, and there's an option called Keep Downloaded. If you have the most recent macOS, this will be a feature here, but you may not see it on the other one. Instead of download now, which would download it now, but it wouldn't keep it on the machine. So this is definitely a Dropbox style feature. So I'm going to hit Keep Download. And then what it's going to start doing is you can see the circle is turning, and now it is downloading all that content, and it will stay on my computer no matter what happens. Love this feature. Another thing I really like, I'm going to go to another option here, which is I want to see the content of the folder, like some more information about it. And maybe in this view type, I don't like that. So what I want to do is I'm going to turn on something called Show Preview. And now what it's done is on the right here, it now gives me more information about that, including when it was created, the modified date, the last open date, and tags if I have those available. So this is just kind of nice to have. So I always have that information right here. If I just click on any folder, now it has a little icon right here, which helps me out. So I love that feature. One of my favorite features that I really like is when you want to make a folder, but necessarily the content of the folder you don't want to be visible to anybody. So I created this folder here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just do Command Delete, which will delete the folder. I'm going to make a new one. So File, New Folder, or Command Shift N. So Command Shift N is a very important one I would remember. And you can see the information is also showing on the right. I'm going to call it New Test Folder. And we probably talked about this in a different video, but I wanted to give you more information about it. I'm going to do Command I, which obviously is another way to look at your folder information. So if you don't necessarily like this feature, you can actually do Command I, and you can see more information about the folder. What I'm going to do before I continue forward is I'll show you a folder that already has stuff in it. And then you can see right here all the information about that folder, including the size, but also what's physically on the disk. So that way you can see what's actually on here for that. Let's go back. So now that we have this empty folder, I want to put content in it, but I don't want to be able to double click it and access it. I wanted to kind of keep it almost like a hidden folder. What I'm going to do is do Command I, and there's an option here for where it says my name. It says read and write, and there's something here called write only Dropbox. And what this does now, it turns the icon right here into a little arrow. Well, watch what happens when I double click on it. It says you don't have permissions to see it. But one of the things I can do in this folder is I can move content to it. So I'm going to highlight two items right here. I'm going to drag it here, and it's asking me, you can put items into the folder, but you won't be able to see them. Do you want to continue? Other users with significant permissions will not be able to use the items. Hit OK, and you notice that nothing happens. But if I double click on it again, I can't get into it. So what I'm going to do is Command I. I'm going to hit read and write, or read only. So let's say I don't want to actually go inside. So I'm going to do read only. You'll see the folder icons there. And now you can see the contents in here. What's good about this is that it won't be searchable, so you won't be able to actually find things in here. If people are in a different user account, as an example, and you want to keep some stuff not searchable or not foundable, this is a great way to do that. You will not have permission until that is changed. So only an admin can do that, which makes this really valuable. So the content I just brought over is now in here, so now I can delete it. It is always going to copy it, by the way. So anytime you're using the write-only Dropbox feature, you are not necessarily going to see the content. As you can see, I opened it and then the permissions changed. Now I can't see inside of it. So it really is kind of a way to protect certain content that you don't want people to see, whether it's from a different account or even your own account, because obviously you can't search it. Like if I typed the text in here and try to look for it, it wouldn't be found. So that's a great way to hide content away from people that you don't want to see things. So those are just some of the cool folder features within Finder, I think, that are very valuable for you to learn. So definitely take a look at that. Try out some of these really nice features that I showed you. And please leave us any feedback you like in our comments section. Really do appreciate it, guys. And I love every single one of you.